my name is Michael Hodge, and welcome to my studio here in Houston, Texas. This is the Lodge Studio. I'm a record producer, a guitar player, studio guitar player, engineer, do it all these days. And I'm also very, very fortunate to be a guitar player on staff at Lakewood Church here in Houston. It's the largest church in the United States, with a pastor named Joel Osteen, who's written many books and just the most wonderful person in person. I'm excited to show you this. This is called the Triple Play. It is made by Fishman. It's a wireless MIDI guitar controller that works fantastic. A lot of times as a guitar player, I have a degree in music and I played proficiency on piano, but I'm not really a piano player. But I do a lot of programming when I'm writing music, or if I'm doing music for film or TV or for an artist, and I need to play something that's really going to take me a long time to hammer it out on piano. I can now play it with this thing. I can play whether it's orchestral sounds or really cool synth sounds or pads. It's really a life changer for a guitar player. You can write with it. You can write charts. You can write tablature. You can compose with it. I use it in the studio. I can MIDI. I can run any synth. It'll run inside Pro Tools, inside Logic, any DAW that you have, Studio One, Cubase. And then lastly, it's great for playing live. It tracks really well. And if you're playing live and you don't have a synth player, or you want to just do something really creative with a solo and get some crazy synth sound, it's perfect for that. They have an accessory called the FC1. And the FC1 is a foot controller. It's got 3 switches. You can go up and down patches. It's got a big LCD display so you can see the name of your patch when you're standing up if you're playing live. It's got MIDI in, MIDI out, so that you can actually run an external hardware synth on stage if you need to do that. And it also has room for an expression pedal. So if you want to put some craziness into your playing, it's fantastic for live, and I really come to enjoy it. One of the cool things about having the Triple Play is that instead of just playing guitar sounds, which I have tons of pedals and I can get all kinds of weird guitar sounds with amps and stuff like that, but I can never get to the cool synth patches. And so now with the Triple Play, I can pull up any kind of synth. It comes with a bunch of patches, but I can come up with any synth, and then I can play the cool lines. And it works great in the studio. And as well for live, the worship music that's going on in the U.S. right now and all over the world is leaning towards EDM. And EDM is all synths, and there's very little guitar. Nice. So as a guitar player, rather than just stand around, now I can play a synth line, I can play the pad, I can get involved and feel like it's not just guitar. It's like I can do all this great stuff. And then on the next tune, if it's a rock guitar-driven song, I can jump right into that. And so it gives me a lot more opportunities to play. Some of you guys are playing in a traditional church where you have orchestral stuff, and maybe you have a special song that needs a harp. Well, what are you going to do? You're going to hire a harpist. Well, with Triple Play and the software that comes with it, you got a harp, and you can play the harp. If you are doing Christmas and you need Christmas bells or glockenspiel, as the guitar player, hey, I can fix it. I got your glockenspiel. So it's fantastic for those weird things. And then if you have a volunteer band and maybe your synth player doesn't show up one Sunday, well, you got it covered with the Triple Play, because you can play all your Moog-based patches or any kind of synth patches right here on the guitar. So if a keyboard player's not showing up, just tell them to leave the keyboard and you got it. We're addicted to stems, and it's tough. You can use Ableton Live, and it's pretty flexible. But at the end of the day, you're stuck to stems. And what's cool, I think, about this is that if I'm playing a synth part, I don't have to have it on the stem. And like in my band, we have 2 electric guitar players and several acoustic players. If we needed to, we could just use these triple plays, and then we wouldn't have to use the stems. And it would be great for the front of house guy who's mixing, because he doesn't have like 60 tracks of stems, plus a band, plus singers, plus choir, plus acoustics. And I think it would be nice to actually be able to play the stuff live. That is a patch from the East-West Library, and I've been using the East-West Library for quite a while. I belong to a thing called the Composer Cloud, and they've got a gazillion sounds, from everything from orchestral to the most bizarre, crazy things that you would use in film and TV. In fact, guys like Hans Zimmer use it, and I love it. They came out with a MIDI guitar series library just for the triple play. And it's the first time that they've actually made one for guitar. Normally they would make it for a keyboard controller, but what's really cool is this one's made just for the guitar. One of the cool things about triple play is that it comes with a free set of sounds from East-West. It has stuff like this. A string section. Instant. Perfect. One of the features of triple play is progression software that comes with each unit for free. It will write and transcribe your guitar parts as you play them in real time. And this is fantastic if you need to write a horn chart or a string chart, or if you're just giving lessons or you just want a chart for the band. After you play, you hit stop and you can see the notes are all written out, both in tablature and in standard notation. Pretty amazing. And this is how it works. Play the chord in. Hit stop. There it is, written out perfect.